What is going on, Life Fitness Coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money Online Trainer Podcast. It's your boy, Brian Mark. And in today's episode, we're talking about what happens when shit hits the fan. What do you do when shit hits the fan? How do you respond when shit hits the fan? What is your go-to default emotional state when shit is going sideways? So I'm in an airport right now. So if you hear me being quiet, it's because I'm in an airport right now and I'm flying back to Kelowna on the flip of a switch. And I'm actually supposed to be in Phoenix, Arizona. But while I was away, I got a text message from somebody at my gym saying that our doors were closed and that they were like locked by somebody. So I looked around, I shopped around, and I found that to be true. And Cole also found that to be true. And we recognized that there had been a little bit of an instance at the gym. So Cole flew back to Kelowna instantly, and he's actually back there right now in Phoenix. And he flew back to Kelowna literally instantly, and he started moving some of our equipment out of our space. And I am on the way back to fucking Kelowna right now to do the exact same thing. But I don't want to share about the instance in itself. I want to share about the emotional response to the instance, because I think when adversity strikes, it like literally introduces you to yourself, you know? Like when adversity strikes, it introduces you to yourself. It introduces you to like this like version of you that's inside. And so for me, like being in a situation where my back's against the wall and I'm forced to make a quick decision is something that I'm quite used to. And it's because in situations like this before, I have gotten myself through the fire. I've come on the other side of the fire. And as a result of like looking back at past instances where I've been in the fire and then emerging on the other side of it, there's always going to be something good in every scenario. I also think that there's nothing that's truly valuable about holding a mindset of defeatism or, like woe is me or, playing the victim or playing that card. That's never going to help you at all. And so no matter how bad your situation is, like you got your heart broken, you got cheated on, you got like no clients reaching out to you, it's you're struggling to pay your bills. Like no matter how bad it is, like there's no value, literally absolutely no value in staying in a state of being like, oh my God, like I'm so sad this is happening to me. Like, why is this happening to me? Like, la, 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 la. And so I think it's super fucking important for individuals to, when adversity strikes, right? When adversity strikes and when shit hits the fan and when you feel like you've got the weight in the world on your shoulders and you feel like you want to give up, you want to give in, you want to bend the knee. I think it's super important to understand that the people that make it through those moments are the ones that everybody talks about. Like those are the true champions. And if you look at everybody that wants to be successful, whether that is in money or it's business or, fitness or whatever avenue they're pursuing, everyone that wants to be successful is always motivated and when shit's going right, when shit's moving in the right direction, when business is growing, when clients are coming in, when everyone's excited, like when that's happening, it's really easy to stay motivated and it's really easy to stay on fire and it's really easy to stay like in the game because everything's working out in your favor. But the real test of a man or a woman is like, who are you in times of controversy? Like, who are you in times of duress? Who are you when shit hits the fan? What does your character look like when you're squeezed, when there's pressure applied to you? Like, what comes out of you when you're being like absolutely like just like you feel like you're at your very like wits end? Like at that moment, I want to know who you are because that version of you is why you're successful or why you're not. And 11 years ago, when I did overcome my addiction, I made a decision that there was not going to be a force on earth that would ever stop me from my own goals, ever. I just made that choice. I was like, there is not a force on this fucking planet that will stop me from achieving my dreams. And if I could overcome my own self-made hell of addiction and get myself clean, get myself sober, get myself on the straight and narrow path, I did that literally by myself. I didn't go to rehab. I didn't do any of that stuff. I literally just decided one day and then I followed through. So if I can do that from that place and crawl myself out of this like rock bottom place, then I know that anything else is possible. So if you're going through a little bit of adversity right now and you're like struggling, whether that be like mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, whatever, I want you to understand that like the adversity that you're going through is preparing you for the next opportunity. And everything that's happening to you right now in your life is being called in for you by higher powers so that you can learn the lessons associated with it so that you can elevate and move to the next playing field, to move to the next game, to move to the next level. And I'm a big believer in like faith and knowing that there's something bigger at work in my favor at all times. And even if I don't fully understand what it is, I know that I can go blindly in faith into the unknown because I know that I'm supported because I have dreams, goals, ambitions that are at the front of my mind at all times. And I like know that like anything that I'm experiencing in my reality is just like a manifestation of the direction and the destination that I'd like to go. And there's a lot of like solace in that. And the last thing I'll say is that when you get introduced to that version of you that is stressed out, that is tired, that is overwhelmed, that is exhausted, when you get introduced to that version of you, get to know him, get to know her, and don't shame or blame or criticize her. Just get to know her. Who are you? You know? Because if you can get to know that version, like that person, and you can come to terms with that version of you, man, if you're not afraid of the darkness, then you're going to be sprinting around in the light. That's it. That's all. I hope you guys have the best of your entire lives. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's podcast, and I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.